Hi, everybody. I'm Robin, and these are my reflections. And today we're here to talk about Once Upon a Time Tarot. This is a new deck by Ilaria Fossey and Carolyn Eshkenazi. Carolyn Eshkenazi is the creator of one of my favorite tarot decks. This is a Low Scarabeo production, one of the new ones from, I think this is from the Horizons line. I know that the Horizons is like, no, I don't know which line this is from, but it came in a hard two-piece box. And my other hard, I have one hard two-piece box that comes in that's a Horizons, and then one that's just like a Marseille vintage. So I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know. It's not a tuck box. It is not the telescopic box. It's one of these boxes. There is a little space in the box if you like to put stones or something like that, and it comes with a book with like one of these soft hard covers. It's not like a paper little white book like we normally get. This is more like the telescopic box book. So the production is a little different. It's kind of a mix because the cards feel like the tuck box card stock, and this feels like the telescopic box book, but the box is different. So I don't know. It's a mix, and it's fun. It's a linen kind of finish, and it's nice. It's kind of it. It when I saw her name, I was super excited to get this open and start using it because I have this deck, the Cat Tarot, or it's just called Cat Tarot. This deck is fantastic. It's definitely one of my favorites. If you've never seen it before, it's pop culture icons with cat heads, and it's been renamed. It's a fantastic tarot deck. Take a look if you've never seen it, but this is her newest one. I don't know if she has others, but I am a big fan of Cat Tarot, so I ripped this open. I could not wait to see as soon as I could. Now, it does come in a two-piece box. I'm not sure if this is from their Horizons line. I think their Horizons line is an indie line. I am not sure if this is from the same line, but I know that I have another Horizons deck that comes in a two-piece box like this. I also have a Marseille vintage deck that comes in a two-piece box like this. And those are the only two decks from Los Scarabeo. This one that come in a box like this. This one doesn't have thumb hole cutouts. Um, so there's that. We all know we need thumb hole cutouts. So I like to leave that open. And the book feels like one of the telescopic box books. So I'm not sure. Kind of, it's like a mix up, mashup of their production. So I don't know if they're like trying out new things or what, but I like having the book that's a little bit tougher because I feel like mine always get like crunched up. And the cards are my favorite cardstock. I love their Low Scarabeo cardstock. It's easy to shuffle. This is a little bit thinner than their normal stock. I will say that. But I've noticed that cards are coming out a little bit thinner. So I'm wondering if this is like some sort of new technology. They're obviously cord because I can feel the heftiness of them. So, I mean, I would say this is like their standard stock. These are the backs, quite cute. So let's take a look at this little guidebook. It's English, Italian, Spanish, and Portuguese. And in the beginning, it just gives you sort of an introduction to the title, Once Upon a Time. And there's some information on a writing by the filmmaker of Beauty and the Beast, the 1946 film Beauty and the Beast. He wrote some things about the words once upon a time and how they take you to a certain place in your mind. And that's what they've written about here. And it says it's a place beyond rainbows where true love is met, where an orphan becomes a king and the princess is saved in the end, and the initiatory journey transforms the frightened child into a powerful hero. And it says they've done their best to infuse the same magic into this deck. Ilaria Fossey's artworks have a glow of their own. They are poetic, soft, playful, evocative, and inspiring. With her cards, you will experience an inner adventure leading to a better understanding of yourself and the world we live in. The journey is an opportunity to write your own tale, a story in which you are the hero, and you always win in the end. So then it talks a little bit about the structure of the deck. It talks about how the 22 majors have famous fairy tale characters, and the minors, the cups, wands, pentacles, and swords are represented as cups represent emotions and relationships. And in this deck, they're linked to water creatures like sirens and nymphs. Wands represent inner fire and personal creativity and concrete actions. They're linked to fire creatures like dragons. Pentacles represent the material world and the symbolic fruits we may have harvested after sowing actions, and they are linked to earth creatures like the gnomes. And the swords, thoughts, communication, and everything that belongs to the mind, whether it be luminous or dark. They're linked to air creatures like fairies and butterflies. And then you have two bonus cards: the Road, which is related to the tale The Wizard of Oz, which happens to be my Carol Ann, so the writer's favorite fairy tale. And then the Dream, related to Alice in Wonderland, which is the artist's favorite fairy tale. It seems fair to us to add those two cards since they truly synthesize our respective artistic and personal quests. She identifies with Dorothy Gale, who is in search of her true home and her inner power, just as Ilaria identifies with Alice, whose curiosity is a magical wand to discover new marvelous territories. And she talks a little bit about working with fairy tales and her what she thinks about that. And she gives gives a spread, gives us a once upon a time spread. We always get one spread, one thematic spread, and here we have the once upon a time spread. So it looks like you go through the different, yeah, so it's like earth, fire, water, air, and then reveal the tale that has the great lesson to teach you right now. When you get into the majors, you do have, it tells you who the character is you're looking at in their story, right? So we've got Jack and the Beanstalk, Puss in Boots, and then it gives you a little bit of information about the story as it pertains to the card. It gives you a message and then a divinatory meaning for the majors. And then when you get to the minors, you just get the message and divinatory meaning because the cards aren't linked to specific fairy tales. They're linked to those creatures and characters that I talked about in the beginning. And that's it. Then it has a little bit about the artist and the writer in the back. You can read about them if you'd like. Let me put the cards in order and we'll take a look. Here are the backs all up close. You can see that in each corner you have the different creatures that reside in each suit. So you've got your mermaids, fairies, gnomes, and dragons. So it's not completely reversible, but it's pretty close. Here's our Fool. Very cute. And this is Jack from Jack and the Beanstalk. And we've got Puss in Boots for the Magician. And I'll just read them out as we go through. Our High Priestess is Morgan Le Fay. The Empress is the Snow Queen. I thought that this was a little strange for a Snow Queen, so I looked immediately in the book when I saw it, and it does address the fact that, because I was like, the Empress is really usually pretty warm and feels warm and kind, and she does not. I mean, she's the Ice Queen and she's a villain, and so they do address that in the guidebook, and they say that ruler of winter, a season that allows nature to become reborn after a long sleep. The Snow Queen was often confined to the role of the villain. However, it is thanks to her that the two children of the story, Kai and Gerda, took action and grew enough to overcome evil spells. And it says the Snow Queen is paradoxically here to connect you to your inner summer. And so they did explain that, because I was like, what in the world? The Snow Queen is the Empress? The Emperor is Oberon, who I'd never heard of. He's the king of fairies, apparently. Um, the Merlin is the Hierophant. I think that's perfect. The Lovers, the story here is the Singing Springing Lark. It says a young woman traveled the world in search of her lost husband who was under a spell that first turned him into a lion and then into a dove and then made him the captive of a dragon princess. They eventually overcame those many trials and had their sincere love triumph for good. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. I'd never heard of that story. So I'm learning new things. We got Baba Yaga as the chariot. We love her. Love to see this running house in my decks. I've seen her a couple times. The strength card is Beauty and the Beast. If you know the story, you can recognize that. The Hermit is the Seven Ravens, and the Wheel is Sleeping Beauty. She's asleep. The Justice card comes at 11, and we have the Peasant's Wise Daughter. Pinocchio is the Hanged Man. Is Frau Holle or Holy. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it. It's spelled Holle. She's the fairy tale version of the German goddess of death, it says in the story. In the book. Temperance is the Wild Swans. That's the name of this story. And the devil, of course, we have the witch from Hansel and Gretel playing the devil here. We've got the Tower, is of course Rapunzel. Could it be anything else? The Frog Princess for the Star. And Little Red Riding Hood for the Moon. Perfect. We have, the wolf and all that. and that inner journey of confronting illusions and projection. Hi, this is editing Robin. I don't know what happened to the rest of my footage. A lot of the footage just disappeared from this video, so I'm going to splotch some things in. Things might look a little different. Just be aware that it's just me coming in and out, trying to make sure that this is a full video for you guys and not like a piecemeal situation. So this is we left off at the moon, and the moon. I was saying that the moon. I thought the moon was really good representation. I thought the Little Red Riding Hood is a really good representation for the moon. I really do, because it's the story about illusions and uncertainties and overcoming those things. And I thought that that was a really good representation for the moon. We have Pegasus as our sun. I think the sun is so cute. Every time I see it, I'm just like, look at their hair. They look like a lion. Okay, so the judgment is the Pied Piper of Hanlon. Also a perfect representation, I think. And for the world, I think this is Cinderella. Let me look in this book. Yeah, Cinderella for the world, closing a cycle, lessons learned, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think this is okay. I mean, I can see it. I can definitely see a world card in this image for sure. And then we have our two extras, which was the author's favorite, I think, is The Road, Wonderful Wizard of Oz. And then, and the meaning for this one was the divinatory meaning says, you're about to experience an epiphany that will highlight strengths that you did not even imagine having, yet they have been within you all along. And for this one, I believe this was the artist's favorite. I might have those mixed up, but I said it at the beginning of the video if you want to go with that, because that would be that would be the accurate. So this is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, and the divinatory meaning is the rule is very simple. Move away from everything that seems meaningless and absurd, and only do on your own terms what makes sense to you. And so that's this one. So we have our cups represented by the water creatures. Here's our beautiful ace and the two of cups, adorable. The three of cups, the four. And here in this part of it, it definitely becomes pretty much an RWS clone, but in an adorable kind of almost is it called chibi art style? It's very cute, very cute. I saw somebody, I think it was Carrie's Mystical Musings. She talked about this deck and how much it reminded her of the Happy Tarot. And I agree. I think it looks very much like the Happy Tarot, and it definitely makes me smile. They smile so big that it makes me smile when I look at it. It's very cute. The colors are soft and inviting. This looks like a world I could live in. All of the little worlds, all four worlds look like a world I wouldn't mind being in. So it's just a happy deck. Here's our Queen of Cups, the King of Cups, and now we're onto our wands, represented by the fire and the dragon creatures. There's the two of wands, the three. Super cute. I like their outfits because the people are like dressed in these clothes that look like they have scales, or their clothes are made of like trees and stuff. It's just they look like they match the foliage. They match the landscape and I like it. There's the seven of wands, fighting the dragon or fighting with the dragon. There's the eight of wands. Looks like they're together on the fight here. There's the nine. I like that. Him and his little dragon friend. Kind of like the dragons that the mother of dragons. But this is a guy, but his little dragon friend going through life. The page of wands. Maybe when they met. The knight of wands. Queen. And the king. And then we're on to the pentacles, which are our little gnome people with the little mushroom hats. They're so adorable. I can't even stand it. And wherever they live, there's lots of crystals. It's very cute. They're little and cute with little chubby cheeks and mushroom hats and lots of crystals. Like they live in some sort of crystal forest or something, and it's super cute. But it's very much an RWS clone, um, just in this fun art style. So it's easy to read with, and it makes me smile. This Eight of Pentacles, the look on his face, he is so determined and concentrating so hard. I love it. Love the little, gnome house in the background. Nine of Pentacles, the 10. They're so little. They're the same size as the mice. And our Page of Pentacles is a person. You can see he has his little gnome friend up there. So we do see people as well as the characters, just like in the dragons. There's the Queen of Pentacles, her little rabbit, her little gnome buddy, and the King. And here come the swords. And here we have, it said fairies and butterflies. I don't remember the butterflies, but I definitely remember the fairies. I like the way their wings glow. That was fun. Here's the Three of Swords, the Four. I love this one. I watched a show on, I want to say it was on Amazon. Was it called Carnival Row? Where the fairy wings were very interesting. I love to watch them come out. It was just fun to, and I'm not a fairy person, but I really enjoyed that show, and I liked to um watch their wings, how they did the wings on that show. I thought it was fun. So this reminded me of that. Even though it's not necessarily Carnival Row, maybe this is where they lived before they went there. I don't know. So Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords. I love the way she's in the clouds. It's very representative of being in her mind. It doesn't feel so tangible. It's not like she's like actually in a bed. She's like in her head. The Nine of Swords. I'm sorry, the Ten of Swords. Here's our Page with his little fairy friend. The Knight. He is the fairy. The Queen and King are also fairies. All right, and there are the backs again, and I'll just show them to you. Like we'll reverse that one so you can see what they look like reversed. I think if you were a reverse, like if you like to shuffle reversals, I mean they're pretty close. I don't think it would be a problem, to be honest. There are no reverse meanings in the guidebook though. Let's give them a shuffle. So Los Scarabeo cards do tend to be a little bit smaller than a normal tarot card. They're a little bit shorter and a little bit more narrow. So this is a normal tarot size card. So you can see that they're a little shorter and a little more narrow. They're super easy for somebody like me with small hands to shuffle. Most of my decks, especially my older decks, are Los Scarabeo tuck box decks that shuffle almost exactly like this one. The cardstock on this, I like their cardstock. I like their cardstock, but I will say that this cardstock is thinner than most of my other Los Scarabeo decks. So it is getting thinner. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why. Their old cardstock was fantastic. It was perfect. I don't know why they changed it, but maybe this is like a new technology because I have noticed that a few of my decks in the last couple of, like the last year, have come in and felt thin, but they've held up. So I don't know if this is just like maybe it's like some kind of new technology that's, now making the cards thinner, but they still feel pretty heavy, and they're still holding up. So we'll see how this comes along. So far, I mean, it's not chipping, and the way they've done the design on the back of this, even if they did chip, I think that they wouldn't really show because they've put all these little like splotches and dots, so it wouldn't really show. But I think that for the most part, these are holding up pretty good. You can see for yourself. So yeah, they overhand beautifully, nice and waxy. And they riffle shuffle like a dream, and they riffle shuffle easily for me because they're short. That little tiny bit shorter that they are makes them very easy for me to handle. So let's read a card from the majors and one from the minors. So we've got the King of Wands and the Strength. All right, those are perfect. All right. So there is the write-up if you'd like to. Can you see? Okay, so here's the write-up if you'd like to read it for yourself. You can also see the Hermit there and part of the wheel. So it says Beauty and the Beast. A young, beautiful girl was imprisoned in the castle of a monstrous beast. Thanks to her kindness and purity of heart, the girl tamed the beast. They ended up falling in love with each other. Therefore, the beast could become a prince again, and the curse was finally over. Message: the beast is not outside but within you. Just like Beauty did, you have to tame the monster, quote unquote. And the only way to do so is to show kindness and keep an open mind. Face your fears, doubts, and weaknesses. You must love them to prevent them from haunting you. Divinatory meaning: face any situation that may occur with strength and self control. You will be put to the test and have to defeat your opponent the gentle way. King of Wands. So you can read that for yourself if you like it. It says, message: your vast experience and some of everything that you have accomplished so far constitute a powerful resource on which to rely today. You are competent and trustworthy. Your leadership asserts itself brilliantly. Divinatory meaning: great successes are coming your way, bringing some real and certainly long awaited expansions in your life. That is how the guidebook reads. Hi, Editing Robin back again. So this is the Chinese 5 elements oracle that you'll be looking at here in a minute. I don't know what happened to the introduction to this, but I just wanted to let you guys know that this is the Chinese 5 elements oracle by Vicky Iskandar. This is a Hay House production. All right, I'll pop you back in. All right. Let's start with the Knight of Cups with enjoy the waiting game and the 5 of Swords. Okay. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Metal Pig, partnership and collaboration with the 4 of Swords and the 2 of Wands. Interesting. I love this image on this card. As above, so below with the High Priestess, okay, and the 10 of Pentacles. As above, so below. All right. And one more. Water Rat, focus on your vision with the Fool and the Page of Wands. I mean, they work together. I think they look great together. So I don't know. What do you guys think about this one? Definitely a contender for sure. I've got 2 more sitting here. So let's try those as well. Let go of control with the 10 of Cups and the 7 of Swords. I love this monkey. One more. One more. They're just cute. 4 of Wands with the Hanged Man and in harmony with the season. I like this for the Hanged Man and the 4 of Wands, but look, monkey and the Hanged Man. Okay, I'm gonna stop. This will be like the 4th time I'm filming this because I keep forgetting to turn on the camera. So this is Angels Among Us by Victoria Maxwell. I don't know what's wrong with me. I have deleted videos by accident and I can't seem to remember to turn on the camera. Like, I hope my microphone is on at this moment. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening with me. Chariot and the Devil with Archangel Raguel. This is relationships, healing, and calm harmony. And then we have the Hathor, celebration, rejuvenation, and gratitude with the Hierophant and the Magician. I thought this would be cute. I'm not sure how they're reading at the moment. Environment, abundance, guardian of the earth, Archangel Ariel, with Death and Ace of Cups. But with the energy that is surrounding me at the moment, who knows what kind of readings are going to come out of here. Temperance, the Page of Swords, and spiritual development, study, and the law of attraction. And one more. The Sun with Archangel Christiel, higher consciousness, light, Christ light, and King of Swords. I mean, I like that message. So we'll stop there. Let's stop there. Let's not push our luck. All right, so here's the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck by Amanda Lovelace. Just zoom out a little bit because these are a little bit big. I like this a lot together. I've done this 3 times now, so I can tell you for a fact that I like this one together. You have to let me know what you think. So we have the Sun. Oh, we saw these already. So this is Judgment with the Eight of Cups and do it for you. Yeah, move on, make those changes for you. Do it all for you. You have to want to change, right? Take yourself out on a date with the Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. I would have loved that this would have been the Knight of Cups. Three of Swords and the Seven of Cups with endings are inevitable. And the Three of Cups and the Six of Swords. Lots of moving on, traveling, ending. Think first before you judge, okay? And the last one, take a chance on them with the Knight of Wands and the Three of Wands. So what do you guys think of that one? The final one we're going to look at today is the Inner Child Healing Oracle by Britta Bauman. This is an indie deck. All the other ones were mass market. This one you'll find on Etsy. I'll put the links, as always, in the description box below where you can buy them all, including the Amazon affiliate links for the mass market decks, because I am an Amazon affiliate. And when you guys use those links, it really helps me out. It only gives me like a couple of cents, but those couple of cents over time, they add up. So I do appreciate it when you guys use those links. All you need to do is click the link, log in, and check out put it in your cart after you log in and check out within the hour in order for me to, there's like all these little rules. But, when you use the links, I appreciate it. Sometimes I get the credit and sometimes I don't, but that's okay. I appreciate you guys using the links anyway. So freedom, you are free to walk the path you choose. Take action now by Six of Wands and 10 of Swords. Okay. So, like, we're finished. We're done. Like, there's no need to keep thinking about this. You can move on. You can walk the path you choose. You are on the other side of it and you have won. You've beat it. You know what I mean? Independence. Claim your freedom to choose. You know best what's true for you with the Nine of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Coins. And final one, let your imagination run wild. Dream without limiting yourself with the Knight of Swords. That's kind of a dream card, isn't it? With the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Swords. Wow. So we've got intuition, very kind of psychic woman here with this very thoughtful action, always thinking, always engaging, always trying to figure things out person over here. So let your imagination run wild and dream. I like that. I like that. Can combine these two people to become the person that is going to be this person. Seven of Pentacles and Justice with reach for the stars. Let nothing stop you from going after your dreams. Ambition. It's the last one on this side. So we'll stop there. All right. So that's it. Those are my thoughts on this deck. I think this is adorable. It's an easy reader. It'd be great for a beginner because it's fun and it would be easy to shuffle. They would want to use it. It's cute. There's lots of little things to look at in the pictures. So for somebody using the same deck over and over again, they won't get bored, I love these fairies with these like glow wings. I don't know what it is about their wings, but I'm really into it. Yeah, I like this. I think this is adorable, and it's happy. It makes me happy to look at it. He is so freaking adorable. He is so cute. Look at his little face. Like, I cannot even. Okay. So let me know what you guys think of this one in the comments below. Have you picked it up? Do you plan to pick it up? What did you think about the pairings? Tell me all the things. I love hearing from you guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, you can subscribe. I release videos every few days regarding tarot and oracle. Links will be in the description box below where you can pick up this deck if it's something that you so choose. And until I see you guys next time, stay safe and be blessed. Bye.